Across deserts, coastlines, forests, and forgotten farmland, billionaires are quietly buying land the world overlooks. These aren't random purchases. They are calculated moves, strategic choices designed to preserve wealth long after money, companies, or even entire economies fall apart. Most people think the wealthy stay rich because of stocks, businesses, or high income, but the richest people on earth know the truth. Land is the only asset that never disappears, never gets replaced, and never loses its fundamental value. Land is permanence, land is power, land is legacy. To understand how billionaires use land to stay rich forever, you need to look past the mansions and private islands. You have to examine the land no one thinks about, the silent acres, the empty fields, the remote forests, the wide-open ranches where money quietly multiplies. Billionaires don't buy land for beauty. They buy it for control. Control over what gets built, control over what doesn't, control over resources, politics, development, and sometimes even entire regions. In the mountains of Montana, on the edges of Texas, in the deserts of Nevada, and deep inside the Canadian wilderness, billionaires purchase thousands of acres of land, not to live on, but to shape the future around them. They buy strategic corridors, water access, untapped minerals, and undeveloped zones positioned perfectly for long-term growth. And here's the part most people never realize. Billionaires rarely buy land for what it is today. They buy land for what it will become 20 years from now. This is the essence of land banking. Land banking is the quiet accumulation of low-cost, high-potential land before infrastructure, development, and population growth explode its value. It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but it's one of the oldest and most powerful wealth strategies ever created. A billionaire sees an empty field. They don't see dirt. They see a future airport access road, a future tech corridor, a future private community, a future energy hub. They see ahead because they study government plans, zoning changes, transportation proposals, demographic shifts, and climate trends long before the public ever hears about them. While the average person waits for development to arrive, billionaires position themselves so development arrives to them. But land isn't just about money, it's about invisibility, an invisible form of wealth only the ultra-rich truly understand. You've seen the glamorous billionaire lifestyle, yachts, jets, penthouses. But the real luxury, owning land so vast and so private that no one even knows you're there. A 2,000-acre ranch isn't a showcase of wealth. It's a shield. It protects privacy, security, and silence. It gives billionaires something money can rarely buy: time. Time to think, time to plan, time to breathe. This is why so many billionaires buy remote properties far away from cities, properties with their own water supply, their own energy generation, their own food systems, and their own security perimeters. It's not paranoia, it's power. Land becomes a sanctuary, a hidden world where they can exist without interference, without noise, and without the demands of the outside world. But behind this quiet luxury lies a powerful financial engine. Billionaires use land to unlock tax advantages most people have never heard of. Agricultural exemptions reduce property taxes by millions. Conservation easements grant enormous tax deductions for preserving natural land. Mineral rights and timber rights turn untouched land into profit without touching the surface. And long-term appreciation compounds quietly, year after year. Then there's energy. Many billionaires lease their land for wind farms, solar installations, or resource exploration. They don't build anything, they don't manage anything, they simply own the land, and the land produces income. This is why land is called the forever asset. It works in silence. It appreciates for decades. It yields power, income, and protection. And it becomes more valuable as the world becomes more crowded and more digital. While most people chase quick profits, billionaires think in centuries. Land isn't an investment to them. It's a legacy tool, the foundation of generational wealth that survives markets, wars, inflation, and time itself. Every billionaire knows the same truth. You can lose a company, you can lose a market, you can lose a currency, but you cannot lose land. In the end, billionaire wealth doesn't come from what they buy. It comes from what they choose to own forever. Because when the world becomes unstable, unpredictable, or chaotic, the richest people alive always return to the one asset that never disappears. Land is safety. Land is leverage. Land is power. And for the ultra-rich, land is how they stay rich forever. Smash that subscribe button, like, and comment for more billionaire lifestyles. habits, and secrets from MindRipple.